Whoa, there it is. Focus. Focus. What's up, guys? I bought a Jeep, and it's bright orange, and I'm pretty stoked. Yeah, that's orange. That's orange. It's very orange. Whoa. Wait. Oh, oh. All right. Hey, so we picked up that guy right there. It's a 2020 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon EcoDiesel, which is pretty cool. Key point, Ecodiesel. First year they actually put that motor in this Jeep. So I'm curious to see what kind of fun we're gonna get into, what kind of trouble we're gonna get into. Lots of power, tons of torque. I've driven this thing already 1,300 miles. I've owned it for about a week, and I'm digging it. I'm definitely digging it. It's a quirky vehicle. It's gonna be fun to get used to. It's definitely a lot smaller than what I had before, and even previous to that. Coming from a 2018 AEV Prospector XL, but before that I had a 2016 Toyota 4Runner, so it's kind of more comparable to that vehicle, and I'll be doing more videos going over, or I should say comparing the two, the Jeep to the 4Runner, and what I like about the Jeep and what I loved about the 4Runner and how that all works out for us. Anyways, enough babbling. Basically, thanks for watching the channel, guys. My name is AJ. We're gonna go over this 2020 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon EcoDiesel and show you kind of what we purchased, what options we got, and then kind of going over just what Jeep Wrangler Rubicon has to offer as factory specs, which is really, really cool, and I think you guys will enjoy that. So let's go check it out. There it is, you guys. That bright pumpkin metallic. Love it. Apparently you can't even order this color anymore. I think they discontinued it is from what I hear, which is pretty cool. I picked this back in November when we built the Jeep out, and it was either this or yellow, and I thought the orange would, you know, kind of complement the OD green that we had been pushing for the last 3 years so hard. And yeah, I love it. I can't wait to get this thing out. I've already had it out, like I said before, and against the elements that we're gonna have this thing in, it totally pops in the photos, and it's super, super cool, and it's doing its job. If you guys don't know, I am a photographer. If you've been following me, you see that obviously, but I am a photographer by trade. That's what I do full time. I also do some marketing here and there. So follow us along. Like I said, PhotoRunner, FOTORNR on Instagram. You'll kind of get an idea of what we do. But yes, the orange is sweet. On the front end here, we ended up going with the plastic bumpers. I didn't really see the point of, you know, buying or spending the $1,300 on bumpers if we were just gonna rip them off anyways and put some new ones on. So we will be taking these off, front and rear, and putting some really cool new bumpers on, and that's why we ended up going with the plastic bumpers. Next are obviously the LED headlights. We went the LED pack. I thought it was really cool. I'm a big light guy. I like the way the LEDs look, the halos around the headlights, things like that. Plus, they put out a lot more power for the headlights, and that's one thing that suffered off of our Ram, is that the headlights were horrible, and I just don't like touching the headlights as a factory option. I like leaving them alone. So we ended up getting the LED pack, which is a huge upgrade from what we had before. Let's move to tires. Tires on the Jeep Rubicon. I'm actually pretty impressed that they come with such great tires. These are the BFG All-Terrain KO2s. They come in a 285/70/17, which is a pretty good size. It's right around 33 inches. Probably, I think it's like a 32.8, but the tires are freaking awesome, and the fact that they come factory with a 33-inch tire from Jeep is really cool. And I've seen and I've heard that you can put a 35-inch tire on this Jeep and it'd be perfectly fine. You can even put a 37 on, but you're not going to be doing too much off-roading with that 37. It's more for a street use, I guess. I don't know why people do it, but they do. And it's just rad that you can actually fit a 37 in on a stock Jeep. Nothing too different on the side. I've already tinted the windows. It's one thing that I do first, is immediately get the windows tinted. Just because, why not, right? Gotta make sure you're cool on there. We ended up going with the color matched hardtop, and then we got the black fenders. Now this I was a little torn about when it showed up. I did want to get the black fenders because I wanted to separate the orange. I thought it was a lot of orange if I did colored fenders, but man, now that I see like the differences, I don't know. I still like the black, but I do like the colored fenders. Either way, stoked on what we got. I'm gonna show you guys some cool things or some things that are happening to the fenders in a future video, so stay tuned for that. Moving around to the back, trying to make this quick, you guys. Basically, again, this is how it comes. Plastic bumper in the rear, got a little tow hook out there, it's got a hitch, 7-pin and 4-pin, which is pretty cool that they offer both. We did get the towing package, so, well, I guess they don't offer both unless you get the towing package, which also comes with 4 auxiliary light switches, which are inside, and I'll go over that in this video as well. Spare tire, full spare tire on the back, and that's it back there. LED taillights, pretty cool, and of course the rad Ecodiesel badging. And then this side is the same as the other side, and then we go back to the front. So let's go inside, check it out. All right, you guys, I know I said we were going inside, but ow, God, I just hit my knee. But basically, I wanted to show you guys the power plant behind this Jeep, which is new for 2020. It is their 3-liter V6 EcoDiesel motor, pushing 260 horsepower, and the big one here, 442 foot-pounds of torque. And man, do you feel it. It's pretty cool. First gear in 4 low is basically a crawler gear. You just let off the accelerator and it just lurches forward. Pretty rad. And I've had some fun with it. It's definitely a fun Jeep to drive. The turbo lag is there. I've noticed it more as I've driven it more and kind of hammered down on it a little bit, but it's still fun. The MPGs are great. Not exactly what Jeep said it would be combined. I'm getting about 23, 22 like combined, and then highway I'm getting about 26, 27. So got to work on that a little bit. Maybe I'm a little heavy on the accelerator, not sure. But anyway, this is the motor. We'll stop looking at it. You can only look at this thing for so long, but it's rad. So here is the rear of the Jeep. You've got a swing out tailgate. The room inside of here is definitely a lot smaller than I'm used to, but we're making it work. Got the Alpine system back here, which allows us to get the 8.4-inch screen up front. Some cool tie downs. I know there's a lot of different ways you can order this or get some track rails in here or whatnot. You've got yourself a 12-volt little cigarette lighter back here. And I've noticed I've kind of used like these little areas right here for just kind of setting things down. So like I said, it's definitely a quirky vehicle. Gonna have to get used to the little things that, you know, I'm gonna use it for. Basically I have this guy up there. That little guy holds my fridge door open, which is pretty cool. So this little roll bar has been pretty rad. And then of course you got storage under here. Little tub back there to hold some things, which is pretty cool. They allow you to put the bolts from the roof and the windshield in here. This is a factory option from Jeep, which is neat. The jack is under here as well, and the door hinges. So that is the back of the Jeep. Hope you enjoyed that. So here's the back seat. Like I said, the room in here, it's pretty decent. I've sat back here and I'm 6 foot tall. It's not too bad. My knees kind of hit the back end, but I don't really suspect anybody my height or taller to be sitting back here for a long period of time. They made the seats fold pretty easily. You just kind of pull that little latch there and they all fold down and give you a lot more room in here once all the seats are folded down. Now I'll be running that captain seat over there for Ollie, and his high chair sits what the heck? His car seat sits over there. So that's kind of how we run it, is folding that seat down for luggage and more of our gear, things like that. Jeep put these cool back panels on here. Got some storage areas there. Again, more storage area in the door. And then, of course, you've got USB for your phone charger. Your windows go down there. Your air vents are up here. And then, of course, they give you an inverter, which is pretty rad there. Cup holders are down here if you don't get them up here. So, and what I mean by that is we ended up going with the stitched leather from Jeep, and you don't get the armrest that folds down like a other Jeep, which comes with the cup holders up there. They now put them down there if you get this option. So something to know on that. And also, if you've noticed, if you have a Jeep, mine doesn't say Rubicon because I got the upgraded leather, which I wish I would have known that when I ordered the Jeep, because I'd rather it say Rubicon than have the Jeep, you know, logo or whatnot, or front end or whatever that is, on the seats. So yeah, wish I would have known that. Otherwise I probably would have just got the regular leather, which I should have done anyways, because I'm finding out these are nice. I love the way they look, but they're a little fancy for what we're going to be doing with this. So that is the back seat, and we'll go over some more stuff and basically why this is doing that from the car seat, and just things that I'm realizing, and I'm gonna make some future videos about what things I like and what things I don't like about the Jeep. All right, so going into the interior up front, pretty rad. Got some places in the doors here, some elastic netting to hold some stuff, got gloves, flashlight, rubber gloves, a little bit of cloth underneath the seat. You got a little bit of storage, you can throw some things down there. I know there's a lot of aftermarket parts that are in these Jeeps, or you can purchase for these Jeeps to kind of organize your front end and kind of get everything dialed for what you need it for. Center console, basically you got a top part and then of course a bucket down there to throw some stuff in. Got two cup holders, pretty cool little spot here for the key that they actually integrated. I thought that was neat. Everything else seems really nice. I dig it. 8.4-inch screen. Everything's just kind of put together nicely. I will hand it to them, because when I took this thing off-road last week, it feels tight. It feels super solid, and I dig it. I'm really excited to take this thing on more trails and just see how everything comes together. If you've noticed, I don't have that crazy red dash. I actually hated that. I opted to take the one out of the Rubicon Recon and put it inside here, because the red dash was disgusting with the orange or any other color but red or black. But it just, no, I don't know what Jeep was thinking. Friend of mine were talking about that if you ordered these crazy expensive, ridiculous seats with the red stitching and like the nicer stitching itself, that they should definitely, from the factory, upgrade to the black and red stitched dash. Come on, Jeep. Let's go. Let's go. Couple things on the Jeep that's really cool that you get with the Rubicon is that you do get a front and rear locking differential, along with a electronic sway bar up front that disconnects by pushing a button, which is super cool. Couple other things that you get with a tow package is going to be the auxiliary switches. You get 4 of them, so you don't really need to get another switch controller unless you're planning on running a ton of lights or other accessories, and then a new switch controller will be able to work with the one from Jeep, which is pretty rad. 8.4-inch screen, which is pretty cool. Love having a huge interface. I just like tech, love tech. I will always buy or get the option with the best radio and the biggest screen, just because I'm a weirdo and I just love tech. Also got the cold weather package, which means I get these cool steering wheel heater, which is insanely warm. Also get the seat heater, which is pretty cool. Other than that, you do get the manual transfer case, which is always a rad thing instead of having like an electronic button. So that's rad. Up on the steering wheel, I did opt to go with the adaptive cruise. I do drive a lot, so having something that's going to radar what's in front of me on cruise control and kind of follow the car in front of me at their speed is pretty rad. And lets me drive a little more comfortably with that set on. We have it in the RAV4 and I freaking love it. It's dope. Then let's start this thing up. Let's go ahead and turn this on. As you can see, I believe this is something you get in the model, I guess it's an option, but the screen here, I don't know why it's not focusing. There it goes. So, got the screen, as you can see, 1591 on the clock, 22.8 as my combined, so very similar to what I said outside. There, man, this thing is having the hardest time focusing. But yeah, let me see if I can give you guys a little rev. I can't hear it. The diesel's actually really quiet. A lot of people were complaining about it, but maybe I think it's quiet because I came from a Cummins and that thing was a tank. But yeah, that's about it, you guys. Obviously the tops come off, the hard top comes off. I love running with just these guys off. I think it's a pretty cool option. Oliver loves it. But that's it. That is it. This is the Jeep. Now the sun's out and it is super bright. Let's see if we can put this down a little bit. Okay, well there you have it, you guys. Whew. Get my little hat on nice and straight. But that's it. This is our 2020 Jeep, and I'm excited to get on the road with this thing and create some more memories and do some cool stuff with it. And if you guys liked this or just like Jeeps in general, keep watching, because we're gonna be doing a lot more videos on the Jeep and what we're planning on doing, and just little things that I'm liking, little things that I don't like, and just kind of want to go over them with you guys in another video. I know this one's definitely way too long already, but just kind of wanted to show you what we got, what we optioned out, and what's offered. But stoked on the Ecodiesel, and like I said, can't wait to get out on the road. Anyway, again, my name is AJ. Please hit that subscribe button if you guys want to watch a little bit more videos on this Jeep and our adventures. Would love to have you here. And if you liked it, obviously like the video, and hope to see you soon. All right, have a good one. Peace out.